Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This is my shortish review for Wolverine and Deadpool, or as you know it yourself, Deadpool and Wolverine. I also brought a couple of friends here that will help us. This guy, which you might recognize, and this guy, which you might recognize. So there's Deadpool and Wolverine. And we're going to have this up here just for identification purposes. So that'll be fantastic. So here we're going to cover the basic stuff. What you need to know, and I have not seen this really mentioned on YouTube. My wife and I went to see this movie. We thought it was great. Super funny. We laughed a lot. However, basically this movie should be 18 and above for references to adult behaviors that we don't mention in front of children, period. So what you should do, I'm not going to mention this, what they're talking about anymore in detail. Talk to your friends. If they've seen this movie, they'll tell you. They'll know. So it's one of those things. I would not take kids to this movie under 18. My son is 25 and he didn't go with us, and I thought it was a lot simpler for us to not have to sit there at the same time with that's kind of it's one of those uncomfortable and or embarrassing depending on your situation. Not that big of a deal for me and him, but yeah, it's like you don't want this with moms and kids. It's just no. I'm just telling you. And I'm an old Marvel guy from the early 70s. This goes back, my first comic, my dad bought it for me when I was sick with the flu. And he brought me a bunch of comics, and the first Marvel comic I ever got, my dad randomly picked up comic books. He didn't know anything specifically. At the time, really, I was a Superman and Batman guy. But my dad gave me one of the comics, was Fantastic Four 120, Gabriel the Airwalker. It changed my life, let's put it that way. I do remember that comic as the first Marvel comic I'd ever read, and it was fantastic. Stan the Man Lee speaks for itself. So I'm also a huge Avengers guy, which means my favorite movie of all of these is Infinity War. And here is my Infinity Gauntlet ring, just to show you. Now, some people think the best Marvel movie was Endgame. For me, it's Infinity War, but they're really two parts of the same story, so whatever floats your boat. Another great one for me, Thor Ragnarok, was absolutely fantastic. And I judge these movies from a different perspective because I've been reading Marvel comics for literally over 50 years, and so I have a different perspective on some of these characters. But that being said, it's like I don't have any spoilers here. I'm not going to tell you anything that's going to happen out of context or whatever. They're great. All the cameos of different characters and what have you is fantastic. I only saw one of them before I saw the movie, and it didn't matter because I'm an old Marvel guy. I got the drift. So it's not going to be just like, oh, so-and-so is in this movie. Great, fantastic. And it is fantastic, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm not spoiling this for you. It's not really going to spoil it. It's just that it's much better if you see it in the correct sequence they offer it to you. That's the things not to spoil, okay? It's great stuff. We had a great time because we were just watching this to have a good time, not trying to nitpick things and this blah blah blah. I thought it was all great. It was just fun as heck, and it was a good Deadpool movie like the other Deadpool movies. If you don't like a Deadpool movie, well then why are you watching this one? I couldn't tell you. Just that simple. you should by now know for sure what to expect from Deadpool and also Wolverine, and you get exactly what you should expect within reason of Deadpool and what you should expect from Wolverine. And they are fantastic together. It's shocking that, it had to take so long, really. But it's a double thumbs up for me. We had a great time, and my wife was like, I can't wait to get the disc so I can watch this and then rewind and pause and look at the whole different, all the details on the screen, etc. Absolutely killer. But this is not a movie for kids at this moment. I don't think they're going to have a edited, version for kids, but who the heck knows? We'll see, I guess. So if you're not sure, definitely talk to some friend that you know that's seen this. It will explain everything for you, I hope. So that's pretty much it. Just a killer movie, fun stuff all the way through for the 18 and above crowd, really. So I guess that's it. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Look forward to seeing you again. And as always, like and subscribe.